Kids, 1995 movie directed by Larry Clark, co-written by him and a then 19 years old Harmony Korine, starring Leo Fitzpatrick, Justin Pierce, Chloe Sevigny and Rosario Dawson, all of whom debuted with this film. It's a day in the life of a bunch of teenagers in New York who wander aimlessly around the city, hanging out together, skating, drinking, taking drugs, getting into trouble, having unprotected sex and ruining their lives in various ways. The two main characters are Telly, a boy who's on a quest to sleep with another young girl he likes, and Jenny, a girl who slept with Telly some time ago and who now desperately tries to find him before the day is over. So a very independent, low-budget film, has the feel of kind of a home video that follows around real teenagers with scenes that often feel improvised and unscripted, even though they most definitely are not. It really is two things in my mind. One, it's a snapshot of a time and place, a record of what it felt like to be a teenager in the 90s in a big city, kind of a world long gone since, where there were no cell phones, no internet, no way to track each other down, other than just to look for someone physically. How it felt to dick around all day, to make terrible decisions, to make mistakes, to have no purpose and no goal, save for drinking the next beer, smoking the next joint, and fucking the next girl. This atmosphere of freedom and youth that is often misused by people too young to realize that they're fucking it up, which I think is a theme that resonates throughout Harmony Korine's later works, such as Spring Breakers. And the second thing that Kids is a cautionary tale destined to fall on deaf ears. It is a warning shout that knows it will remain unheard, a bleak, terrifying and depressing tragedy where each of the main characters is unaware of the direct consequences of their own actions and decisions that are bound to doom them. Jenny, of course, being the most innocent one and really just a victim of the guys and the guys going through their lives totally selfishly and committing crimes and atrocities, really, and in the process completely fucking up the lives of others and their own, and remaining oblivious of their own faults. I think it's a movie that on the one hand should be shown to all teenagers coming into that age as a cautionary tale, but at the same time I feel if those teenagers are anything like the ones portrayed in the movie, they probably wouldn't really absorb the message anyway. So I think it's a decent film. It clearly is rough and sort of rough around the edges and unpolished and imperfect, but you can see the budget limitations and mostly non-professional performances from young first-time actors, but it is pretty solid in terms of what it's trying to do, what it's trying to say, and what kind of an atmosphere it creates. And I think at the end of the day, how much anyone will like it will depend on how well each individual will connect with the aimless slice of life aspect of the movie, because the tragic main plot is pretty straightforward and easy to digest. The question is, if you appreciate the slower, meandering atmosphere of the rest of the film enough to engage with it, or if you find it too unfocused. For me, it worked, and so I appreciated the film for what it is.